Burnout. Have you ever noticed that recently, you're spending most of your time in bed, feeling tired and unmotivated? Do you sometimes just chalk it up to being lazy? Well, there's a fine line between laziness and burnout. Burnout is when you're emotionally, physically, and mentally drained due to too much stress and struggling to deal with it. Surprisingly, a 2010 survey found that around 75% of adults in the United States have experienced symptoms of burnout, with over 40% of those cases being quite severe. In today's world, it's important to get educated about burnout. So, let's jump in and explore 6 unmistakable signs that what you're feeling isn't just laziness but a full-blown case of burnout. Number 1. You feel disconnected from everything. Are you just going through the motions of everyday life, like you're on autopilot? Do you feel like you're constantly detached from yourself? If you're dealing with burnout, one thing you might not realize is depersonalization. People going through depersonalization, which is common among those dealing with trauma, describe an emotional numbness or emptiness, as if they were watching life from the outside. They don't feel like themselves anymore, struggle to find engagement in anything, and grapple with a sense of helplessness. Number 2. You used to be motivated. Laziness is often considered a character trait that remains stable over time. A genuinely lazy person tends to avoid effort and commitment consistently. However, if you were once self-motivated, achieving success in various areas, and have recently experienced exhaustion, apathy, and a lack of motivation, it's more likely you're dealing with burnout rather than laziness, as most people would assume. Number 3. You used to be passionate. A significant difference between someone experiencing burnout and a lazy person is that the former used to be passionate about certain things but now struggles to find interest or enjoyment in them. Whether it's a talent, a sport, or your academic or professional performance in general, burnout can rob you of the enthusiasm you once had. You might even come to resent these things due to overworking and pushing yourself too hard. Ouch! Number 4. You've become moody and irritable. Do you find yourself suddenly snapping and getting easily irritated? Do you frequently feel emotionally out of control these days without understanding why? Moodiness and irritability are common but often overlooked signs of burnout. Lazy individuals, on the other hand, tend to be relaxed, laid back, and unaffected by things. Number 5. You've neglected your self-care. One of the most concerning red flags that suggest you may be dealing with emotional and physical burnout is when you start neglecting self-care and socially withdraw from others. You may notice changes in your eating and sleeping habits, stop grooming yourself, and spend most of your time alone because even the simplest tasks leave you utterly exhausted. The key difference between burnout and laziness is that you weren't always like this. Number 6. These changes happened gradually. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, burnout develops in stages. The signs mentioned earlier, losing interest and motivation, feeling detached from yourself, social withdrawal, and neglecting self-care, don't occur overnight. Research shows that there are 5 major stages of burnout, each with increasing severity. Symptoms can start as early as the second phase when there's still moderate stress, but optimism, interest, motivation, and performance may already begin to decline. By the time you reach the 5th and final stage, burnout has deeply embedded itself in your life, making mental and physical fatigue more intense and challenging to treat. This vulnerability can lead to depression and anxiety. Identifying the signs of burnout early can make it easier to seek help and recover. So, it's vital to raise awareness about burnout instead of simply dismissing it as laziness, as many people tend to do. If you or someone you know may be struggling with mental or emotional burnout, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health care professional today and discuss it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts, experiences, and suggestions in the comments below, and share it with those who might be battling burnout. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more informative videos. As always, thank you for watching.